welcome to Lifestyle Hacks with Dr. Ori. I'm here to share with you how you can make healthy lifestyle choices, and in so doing, you're choosing life. So today, guess what we're talking about? Something very important that is as important as eating, like we've been talking about in the past few weeks. And so today we'll be talking about sleep just for a few minutes. And I don't know what your own experience with sleep has been, but I've had all sorts of interesting and not so interesting experiences with sleep. When you don't sleep, there are so many things that can happen at work. You can make errors on the road while driving. You can run into trouble. That's happened to me not once, not twice. And so why is sleep also important for your health, aside from the fact that you could make costly mistakes and errors? It's important for your health because when you sleep, the body repairs itself. So if you don't give your body the chance to repair itself at night when you're supposed to be sleeping, then you could come down with what we call lifestyle-related diseases. And so studies have shown that people that don't sleep enough at night, adequate hours of sleep, or if they don't have restorative sleep, they're more prone to overweight, they're more prone to obesity, they're more prone to type 2 diabetes mellitus, and many other kind of lifestyle-related diseases that have to do with heart health. So today, I'm not going to say much about the disease themselves, but I'm going to talk about what you can do to ensure that you have what we call a restorative sleep. A restorative sleep. And so I'm going to give you something that will help you to remember, something that will help you to remember how you can have a restorative sleep. Number one, S. S stands for sleep routine. Establish a sleep routine. Your body gets used to whatever activities you teach it. It's called learned behavior. So your body learns from you what to teach it. So if you have a routine every night, for example, you could decide that every night before I go to bed, I'm going to take a shower, a warm bath. I'm going to meditate for a few minutes. I'm going to pray. I'm going to do some form of relaxation exercise. I'm going to read. Once you do that routine, your body remembers and associates it with sleep. And also go to bed at about the same time every night. When you do this, then you are more likely to fall asleep at the time that you have set out to sleep and have a more restorative sleep. Apart from establishing a sleep routine, it's also important for you to avoid substances. So that's the other S, substance avoidance. And what are the substances that you need to avoid? You need to avoid things like alcohol. You need to avoid caffeine. Why do you need to avoid alcohol? Alcohol is a diuretic. So especially when taken towards evening, it will wake you up in the night to go and empty your bladder. And several people are unable to go back to sleep once they have to get up at night to ease themselves. So if you're not having a good night rest, then avoid substances at night. And there are several other reasons why you want to avoid alcohol anyway. Another substance to avoid is caffeine. Caffeine is also associated with sleep interruptions, or what we call sleep disruption. So if you need a better sleep and you love coffee, that flavor, that aroma, then you need to get to choose. But it's best to stay off coffee from 12 noon downwards. At least 6 to 8 hours before bedtime is best to stay off coffee. What else do we have as a lifestyle hack to help you to sleep better? After S, we have L. Yes, lights out. I remember in secondary school how we used to say lights out, lights out, lights out. So in the same way, your light should go out at bedtime if you want to have a restorative sleep. Your body is full of receptors that are very sensitive to light. So the lights that need to go out include the lights on your device, the lights in your room, that's the lamps in your room, the AC lights, the socket lights, even the lights that are accessible to your room, maybe from the hallway. it's important that they go out, because your body is so sensitive to it, and that can wake you up in the middle of the night, or even prevent you from having a good sleep initiation, that's from falling asleep easily. So you want to think about that, because light also has a way of bringing down the levels of the sleep hormone known as melatonin. And once the level of your sleep hormone goes out, then you begin to wake up. Whereas normally the sleep hormone shouldn't go down until early hours of the morning, at about 6 a.m., 7 a.m. Okay, so lights out. What else is important as a lifestyle hack to help you to get a restorative sleep? Less fluids. Yes. So I talked about emptying your bladder more frequently because of taking alcohol. If you're having problems sleeping at night, you discover that you wake up frequently to want to go to the loo to ease yourself, then avoid taking fluids after 7 p.m. And you can put a cup of water or a bottle of water beside your bed at night, just in case you get thirsty. You can take a swig of that water and go back to sleep immediately. You don't have to climb out of bed all the way to the refrigerator to get a drink. That's for your second L. Now, so let's go to E. SLE. So E has to do with your eating. So eat light. Eat light at bedtime or before bedtime, and then eat early. So it's important for you to take your meals latest by 7 at the most, so that your meals do not delay your sleep. Many people who eat late are prone to indigestion, and that keeps them awake and they have an interrupted sleep. You also need to take less of carbohydrates at bedtime, because when you take a lot of carbohydrate meals at bedtime, it also keeps you alert based on studies that have been done. Another E is environmental hygiene. What's your environment like? What's your bed like? Your pillow, your bedspreads, are they fresh? Are they clean? Is your room is it well arranged? Is there clutter there? Or do you have noise coming from somewhere around the house? Maybe someone is having a party down the street and it's all in your ears at night. Those are the things that can disrupt your sleep. I've been to a hotel room where the blankets didn't smell so good. I couldn't fall asleep. I had to ask for another blanket or another spread. So it's very important that we take note of the environmental hygiene around us and work on it so that you can sleep better. What else do we have? We have your P. Yes, we're talking about sleep. So P, your physical activity during the day, is so important. Studies have shown that people that engage themselves in moderate intensity physical activity during the day are more likely to have a restorative sleep. They're more likely to fall asleep more readily than those people who are sedentary and don't move around so much. So if you are not having a good sleep, why don't you put on your shoes, your exercise boots, and just take a little walk during the day, a brisk walk. Remember, you have to exercise safely. If you need exercise clearance because of your heart health or because of a renal problem, please make sure you get cleared before you get involved in moderate intensity physical activity. So these are the few tips I want to leave with us today. They are lifestyle hacks to sleeping better. I look forward to your questions and to other concerns that you might have. Till then, continue to choose life. Bye.